All right, guys, welcome back. This is Dr. Jesse Morse of the Fantasy Doctors. We're going to talk about the Browns Jarvis Landry right now. So, Browns Landry obviously had a disappointing week 2. Week 1, he got 15 targets, potentially looked like a monster PPR guy. We had, quarterback thrown him who was semi-reliable. Gordon was there to stretch the field. You have Hyde and whatnot, and for the most part, he looked pretty good. Then in week 2, with Gordon kind of saying he wasn't going to go because of a hamstring, then we figured, well, Landry was going to get a ton more targets. I guess not, because he caught 5 of 7 targets for 69 yards. Very disappointing. Obviously, he still managed 5 receptions, so it pushed his 19 consecutive game streak of 5 or more catches continuing. So then he pops up today with a knee injury. So what are the possibilities of what this knee injury could be? Could be just a simple knee sprain. He tweaked one of the MCLs, the LCL. One of these smaller, important but smaller ligaments. Could be a little bit of arthritis. These guys are going to have that. Maybe he has a little knee swelling. Maybe he's got a little bursa, angry bursa where it's kind of aggravating it, whether it's pre-patellar, kind of behind the patella. Could be where the hamstring muscles insert kind of on the side of the leg, on the medial aspect of it, just below the joint. That could be a possibility as well. Either way, I'm not overly concerned about Landry for this knee injury until they tell us more. I expect him to play because remember, they're playing on Thursday night versus the Jets, so this is a quick turnaround. So I don't expect him to practice yesterday, today, or tomorrow. Today being Tuesday, and I expect him to suit up on Thursday. He is their #1 target. Callaway is there. Higgins is there. Both are sneaky options, as we saw this weekend with Callaway catching a nice bomb way down. Duke Johnson's still there as kind of a PPR wide receiver, scat back. Chubb really hasn't done much yet, and then you have Hyde, who's been pretty decent. So those are your options for the Browns, and Njoku's there as well. And whatnot, but so overly not concerned. I hope they increase his target volume this week, at least to 10 or 12 targets, so that you can potentially get another 100-yard game and get in the end zone if you can. Overly not really worried. I'll let you know when I hear more. Check out the Fantasy Doctors. Check out some of my other podcasts and videos for other different injuries and whatnot. But in week 3, expect Landry to rock and roll. But I will make note that the Thursday night game has a tendency to be lower scoring. So if there's better options, I would recommend going with the better options as opposed to subpar performance on Thursday that you're locked into. And if worse comes to worse, put that person in the regular slot, not in the flex slot. Lock them into an RB or wide receiver slot, and don't put them in the flex, because that kind of makes it, you kind of put your hands behind your back a little bit. So that's all I have for Jarvis Landry. I'll give you more information as it comes out. Take care.